in the wild, there was Mook hunting for prey. Lizards is what they call them. Me, I call them dragon crawlers.
Alright guys, and here I am getting ready for the day. I love doing cute little transitions like this, so hopefully you guys enjoy it too. Bobby got super jealous that he wasn't involved in this, so of course I had to let him shine as well. Alright guys, that's it. Let's get back to it.
Bobby lives in squalor.
Gives me an opportunity to clean out my car. I only drink water because I'm healthy.
That's also dumb.
Those have sat there on the floor for months.
Oh my god.
I've really been meaning to take them out, but I never had any reason to.
Good morning guys, it's Fallon.
And Bobby.
But today we switched it up a bit and I actually put polls on my Instagram stories so you guys are deciding what we do for our video today.
Because we're too lazy to do it for you.
So I'm actually really disappointed in the first poll. I said who should drive, Bobby or I, and everyone's choosing me. So now I'm driving, unfortunately.
We compromised though, because we're taking my truck instead of her car.
I always drive, so I really thought you guys would pull through and make him drive, and I think it'd be funny because he never sleeps or anything.
And we crash, we die.
Hilarious! Second one, our poll was to either pick up Starbucks or make coffee at home. Make coffee at home won, but we were actually out of coffee in our refrigerator, so we have to pick up Starbucks anyway.
Also a compromise.
73% says we should
Get Starbucks, right?
make coffee at home.
Nah, that one's false.
Found him trying to sway the decisions. He was voting Starbucks on his phone. And third poll, we said, should we show the Kimura a takedown or surprise us? And everyone chose surprise us, so you guys are gonna be surprised.
Let's get a...
You can't say that.
Can we bleep it out?
No.
I want that in there though.
No.
It's gonna be funny. That's what the blooper.
We're gonna head to the gym and we'll see you guys there. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. We're the Fratone'S.
And today we're going to show you how to do a head and arm choke from the mount. Let's get to it. 1, 2, 3. All right guys, so we're in the mount and we're going to be looking to do a arm triangle. So what that means is anytime I'm in the mount, I'm looking to do an arm triangle. I need to get one arm underneath my opponent's head and I need to get an underhook with my other hand. So what I like to do from this position is I always take what's called the low mount, where I'm going to attempt to put my chest on my opponent's face. So I'm here, I like to post my hands here on the mat just so I have good balance. I start lowering my torso, bringing my chest to my opponent's face, and scooping underneath my opponent's neck. The deeper that I get my arm, the better my arm choke is going to be. I want to always make sure that my bicep is flush up against the side of her neck. I don't want to have any space like this. So I push my arm all the way through. Sometimes I'll take this hand, I'll push the head, stuff the head into the bicep, just to make sure that I'm taking away as much space as I possibly can. With my right arm, I'm always going to scoop underneath my opponent's elbow like so. I'm going to start getting an underhook. And when I get this underhook, I always want to start walking the underhook until my opponent's bicep is pinned up against their head or pinned up against their ear. Okay, so like I'll start walking my hands. Once I have the arm here, I'm either going to lock and grab my own tricep just to kind of lock this in place. So if Fallon tries to free your arm, it's going to get stuck because my arms are holding it nice and tight. And then from here, what I'll usually do is I'll take my chin and I'm just going to kind of like start to hook the arm. Okay, so when I'm here, I'm kind of hooking the arm with my chin, and I'm using that as a guide rail to kind of slide my forehead all the way down to the mat. So once you're here and you have the position, right, I can also take my bottom hand and kind of grab the tricep if I need to, and that's going to kind of hold that arm in place for a little bit of time, allow me to kind of help push and move the tricep with my opposite hand to kind of feed and give me the room I need to bring my head to the other side. So once I bring my head to the other side, my neck acts as a wall and it kind of takes the place of my right arm that was usually the underhook. So if I'm here and Fallon tries to move her arm back, it's going to get stuck up against the side of my head, which is going to allow me to do the choke. To get the choke, what I like to do is I like to lower my forehead as low as I can to the ground. The higher my head is, the more of a neck crank it's going to be. The lower that my head is, the tighter the choke is going to be. So I like to always make sure I'm putting my forehead nice and flat on the floor. And then from here, I'm just going to gable grip. And as I gable grip, I'm just going to start to squeeze, drive my shoulder forward, and I'm going to sag my hip toward the side of my head. So if my head's on the right side, I'm going to sprawl. I sag my right hip all the way to the ground. I stay on my toes, and I'm just going to squeeze. And that's usually going to be enough to finish. If I want to make it tighter, I can always start walking out to the side. I'm here, right? I have the mount. One thing to understand is when I go for the choke, I always want to make sure the arm is crossing my opponent's neck. I don't want to do the choke when my opponent's arm is up here. The more her head, or her arm rather, is vertical, the more of a neck crank it's going to be. the more that I bring her, I guess, horizontal when I'm looking at it this way, right? I want it to cross the neck. I don't want it to be up here, okay? Up here is a neck crank. Up here is gonna be more of a choke. So again, I'm here in this position. I have my opponent. I'm gonna go one arm underneath my opponent's head. I'm gonna scoop, and my right arm is gonna come here to the elbow, always at the end of the lever. I don't wanna be too close like this. If I'm close like this, then she's just gonna pinch the overhook, and then she's gonna be able to sweep me. This is not actually an underhook for me. This is, you know, me getting swept. So I always wanna have a nice wide underhook when I do this position. I wanna be at my opponent's elbow so I have the most leverage. When I do this position, I wanna walk because my opponent's gonna be constantly fighting. They're not just gonna let me bring my arm to the top of the head. Anytime I start to feel resistance, I have to keep my forearm flat on the mat, and I want to keep my elbow flat on the mat. So I go palm, forearm, and elbow, because then the friction of the mat is going to keep my hand in place. If I start to walk and then she tries to bring her arm back, right, I'm anchored to the ground. If I just use my hand like this and I raise my arm, she's just going to keep fishing for the underhook because she has tons of space to do so. So I have to make sure I keep my elbow down when I do this position. So I'm keeping my elbow down, I'm keeping everything tight. I'm always going to walk at a diagonal toward the head. I don't just walk straight up. So I always pretend my hand is like the Addams Family hand, right? And it's just gonna keep on walking, inch at a time, inch at a time. As I keep on doing this, that's gonna pin her bicep to her ear. And again, you'll see that it's vertical right now, so I don't wanna squeeze from here because it's gonna be a neck crank. What I do is I grab the armpit, I grab the tricep, and I like to use this hand and I kinda like push it up against my neck. So see, I'm raising her arm from this position to this position here. I'm gonna push the tricep over, sealing off the artery on the other side of the neck, put my forehead nice and flat to the ground, and I'm gonna lock my hands in either a gable grip or a rear naked choke grip. I prefer the gable grip. I feel like it's a little stronger and I can kind of do more with it, different angles and different pressure. So all I'm gonna do is I lock, my forehead comes nice and low to the mat, and I'm gonna sprawl this leg, sagging that same side hip to the floor. So I'm gonna sprawl, I stay on my toes, and I'm just gonna drive my shoulder into her face and squeeze, okay? So again, the way this works is my shoulder should be cutting off one of the arteries on her neck, and then her own shoulder is going to be cutting off the other artery. So it's a compression. So it's very important to understand that when I go for the choke, I want to choke her through her shoulder so that it actually attacks the artery. I don't want to choke the tricep. I don't want to choke the elbow. I want to be right here. All my pressure comes right into her shoulder. So I'm starting to pin everything against the neck, and that's going to make it more of a blood choke. And that is the head and arm choke from mount. 1, 2, 3, hook!
Alright guys, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the mats next week.
And don't forget to like and tap that subscribe button. 1, 2, 3, hook! You know, this is actually really peaceful. My coffee's better. What do I always do, the finger gun?
You do. Alright guys, so the next thing on our Instagram story was to either do a Target run or go take a nap. And the poll favored go for a Target run. Bobby did not go to bed yet, and he teaches class at 6:30 p.m. so he is currently taking a nap. So I'm solo right now. Bobby's not with me, but I'm still going on the Target run and finishing the poll out. First, I'm actually going to vacuum out my car and get a car wash. I don't know about anyone else, but I get so stressed out when the guy from the car wash starts doing this to me to spin my wheels. It's so simple, but I get so stressed out for some reason. So I'm at Kohl's because I have an Amazon drop-off. And I'm trying not to look at anything because I don't want to buy anything. Ooh, crockpots. I just dropped off my Amazon return and they gave me a $5 promotional gift coupon. So it's like, should I spend $50 to get that $5 back? Probably. Okay, they have fall stuff out, y'all. They're really trying me. Alrighty, so our Target run was a success. So the first thing I got was Mookie a new dog toy because she is a sweet angel and she deserves the world. So when I go out, I tend to spoil her. And then I got simple cleansing water to remove my eye makeup because I have super sensitive skin. So if anything has any type of fragrance on it, my skin gets really red and it kind of gets irritated. Then I got the Well Yes Power Veggie Chili because I just tried another one of their veggie soups and it was so good. So I wanted to try a different flavor of that as well. Blackberries, of course, because I've been really into making yogurt bowls. If you watch my TikTok lives, I'll always make a lunch on TikTok live, and lately I've been doing smoothies or yogurt bowls. Same thing with the strawberries. We are out of cold brew coffee this morning, that's why we had to go to Starbucks, so of course I had to pick up some of that. And then I got this all-American granola for, again, my yogurt bowls. And I just got this the last time I went to Target, and it was so good. It has real blueberries and strawberries in it. As you see here, they just have really good natural clean ingredients, which I love. Lastly, I got this big white basket. I have all my yoga mats just stuffed in a corner in my living room, so I wanted a place to put it where it looked a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, so I got that. And that is it. Anyway, so I'm gonna put one more poll up, and it's going to be to either train or to not train, but there's only one correct answer, so it's going to be to train. So I already know the results there. Anyway, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and we will see you on the mats next week. Oh my. I just want to show you Mookie getting her brand new toy.
Here you go, baby. Oh, take it to your lair. Bye, baby.
This should be our thumbnail. This.
Yeah, I can do it. Put your toes on the floor.
That looks good. Do it again. What is this? It's gotta be here. Is that how I do it? What do I usually say?